Let's see the Mystery of Atlantis tower set. It's called Trio Tower. 4-1. So we're doing this live. It seems like there is a blessing on the bottom, so rest assured we go here. And then to here. We still cannot beat any of these levels, so we have to go to the blessing, unfortunately. Oh, bad for me, so... yeah, this is bad, because we cannot get to 36. Let's see if we can do something with this blessing. What is this blessing? Increase by 1, increase by 10%. Unfortunately, this is not a good enough blessing, so let's get started again. We'll have to take this bottom blessing, unfortunately, because the top blessings are they do not make the bottom blessing reachable. 3 damage to all, damage increase by 1. Let's do the 3 damage to all. No, actually not. Let's do the damage increases by 1. You know why? Because we're gonna take those damages to all the opponents anyway. So this is 1 extra damage with respect to the other one. So that's the only way to reach 37. Otherwise you would have been stuck at 36. And then we'll collect the remaining values and then we'll choose where to attack. I would expect that we would leave the poison last. So this means that we're doing our absolute best to maximize the score and do some percentage level 19 extra. Or actually 20 because it's seeding. So if you have 191, it's rounded up to 20. So 19.1 is 20 basically. And then we just take the poison and we're done. That was the first level. Let's see the second level. Difficult, but not impossible. I would expect that here the order really doesn't matter as... oh no, actually it matters a bit, but it really doesn't matter much. So you're doing your best and then you have to take the hit. But you're better off than before and you leave the blessing last with a higher level of power or stamina. Now we're gonna go to 5 and then to the 10 and we hope for a percentage based bonus. There you go. And we don't mind about the immunity. 107, 116, there you go. Immunity just doesn't help. And then you're done. Next. So that was the second one. Now moving on to the third one. And the third one, we're getting some weapons that we might as well take. So I will go upwards. It doesn't even matter how. Oh come on, it's already 90. So this looks super easy so far. And then you have the pick your poison situation. First we take the weapon, then we pick the poison. I'm not seeing any logic in here, it's just do it in any way you want. And then you're done. Good. This was a good game ad, by the way, back in the days. Fourth one. So the situation is that I'm tempted to avoid taking the poison. And unfortunately this is the only tower that I can jump to. Damage increases by 50%, that's obviously 30 is better than 5. And then we'll see. I'm wondering what happens if we inflate the poison away to like go above the screen. I don't know yet. So the poison will soon become unreachable. What happens then? Do we still need to take the poison, or can we avoid the poison? I'm intrigued. I don't know what's gonna happen. This is an unfortunate situation. First of all, let's take the weapon. And we pick the first poison, because we're still safe here. And then we pick the second poison, because we're still safe here. And then we pick this. And tough luck. Yeah. So unfortunately we have to take the poison. We're taking the poison as late as possible. Damage increases by 50%. There you go. And I am taking the poison. I can still complete this. So unfortunate. 154. 158. But you see, this was not hard at all. So 242, this time we can just hope that we can do it. And actually we can. There you go. That was the optimal way because of the 50% extra. So this was the third one, or no, fourth one. Now moving on to the fifth one. Difficult. So I'm intrigued. First I'll do it in the traditional way. 20% is 6, no, it's 8 actually. So there you go. We beat it. And it's 77. Can we do anything with 77? Very unlikely. So we'll have to go here. 10%. 8 is better than 7. There you go. That's the only way. 169. Now comes the difficulty. We'll need to clear this tower first. Including taking the poison. So 368. Now this is gonna be dangerous. Because first, that's the only way to finish this. So first you go here. This is higher. 609. Then you go here. And then you take these 4. So it was calculated this way up front. And you see this was the intended path. Moving on. We have 2 more, I think. 4, 6. And this gives you champion fragments, so this is excellent. You can go anywhere you want, so let's first take whatever you can. Second, I'm assuming that the second tower is the only place, so first I take the points, but I won't take the poison. And given we cannot beat any of them, we'll take the blessing and hope for something percentage-wise, like 8 is better than 6, so we're taking it. We're beating this, and just demolish the whole tower, including the poison, unfortunately. Now, for the next tower, it doesn't really matter what you do and how you do it, you just need to do it. So that's what we're doing. Super easy. I think one of the best parts of the game. So 670. Here we have enough to do a bottom-up approach. Because we're earning more than what we lose. And now it's 700. 15 is not working, but immune to next incoming damage is excellent. Because then we can get 700 off the opponent. And now we can easily beat it. That's immunity. And now we're going to the final one. The 7th one. There is blessing. Unfortunately, we cannot jump back and forth. That's difficult. And I don't even know what makes the most sense. What I don't know is that if I go here... No, unfortunately I have to finish the tower, so I cannot do it. In this case, my only chance is this. 6 damage to all. I will choose a damage increase by 11 because, well, I'm taking the damage or dealing the damage anyway. That's why I can beat this, and that's why I can beat this, and then weapon plus everything else. This is quite unfortunate. So 244, because I won't be able to beat the bottom one. I don't have enough information on how to beat this level, so I will just see if we have 100% damage increase by 100 or immune. I will use immune, which is effectively 100% increase. There you go. Then we'll have to pick the poison and pick the other poison and then just demolish the remaining tower, maximizing the score before the final blessing. 20 to all targets is not good. That one may count, because these are beatable. You may think that you deal 20 damage and it's fine. No, this one, actually it was not needed. I think both can work at this stage. These are still easy levels. So these are the towers. And this is level 5. Level 6 is coming. I still need to unlock them in the campaign. That's gonna be one of the next videos.